All right, ladies and gentlemen, you understand me. My show today is going to be on older men with younger women. It doesn't seem to work long term simply because, let me run it all down to you. You see, the average man that gets a younger woman has a fetish and he has a problem. A lot of these women, these movie stars and people like that have a lot of money, well, they got the power, so it's like a king getting, these young women. That's a different situation. But it all boils down to one thing. The older man is always going to pay for the younger woman. The younger the woman, the more money he spends. But the thing about it is, it's a situation psychologically where a man is older, and it's quite common for an older man, to desire and want a younger woman. But a lot of these men that get with these younger women, get with them for the simple reason that they compensating for what they missed when they were young. A lot of them got tied down when they were early. You know what I'm saying? They got with a serious situation and they were with the women a long time. So they've been in a situation with equal women that was their age. And they, it was too controlling, it was too boring, it was too confined. They got caught up in a situation. Because my sister inspired me to do the show when she was referring to my nephew. You understand me? She told me, she said, you need to find him a woman at his age, whatever. And I said to myself, well, Barbara, that ain't going to work because it's more to it than just that. Because there was another friend of mine that was in my office, and there was an older girl. He likes these 18-year-old girls, and he's 57. And he's taking care of this young girl and buying her everything, and boom, 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 and this and that. You understand? And so I seen it, and then he got with this older girl that liked me, but I wasn't, really interested. And I told him, I said, man, look at that girl, nice, boom, boom, boom. And so he got at her, and she was on his age level, you know what I'm saying, on his equivalent. And they got along for 2 or 3 days, you understand, shopping and buying things. The next thing I know, he come crying to me, talking about, she telling me this, she trying to tell me, this and that, you know what I'm saying? But see, this is the thing about an older woman. So you got to be a strong enough man to deal with an older woman because the older woman going to come at you like it is. You know what I mean? So if you, if not got your shit together, you understand what I'm saying? You messing with an older broad that's, got some experience because most of them do, then you're going to deal with it. You understand me? You're going to understand me. Be a man. You got to man up on that. You know what I'm trying to say? And if you ain't ready, like this cat had been locked up 19 years. He'd been in jail, so he probably had a problem where he was trying to compensate for his 19 years, thinking he was young like he was before he left. So he had the 18-year-old girl, and then he had the other one. But he wasn't being faithful with none of them. He was playing around, so it was like he wasn't really serious no way. You know what I mean? He was just trying to compensate for what he had missed out on. And by the way, he's back in jail now. He didn't even stay out but 3 months, you understand me? You know what I mean? And it done 19 years and on his way and back in jail now, so I don't know what to say about that. But the point of it is, you got to move slow, you got to move proper, and you got to get your stuff together. But the thing I'm trying to say is on this level with these younger women, you understand me? He's not the only one, like I said, with this guy, my nephew, was supposed to say, he wants to buy him everything, but he wants the young ones, you understand? But let me tell you his situation. He was tied down. He was tied down to a woman for 30 years right out of high school. Matter of fact, the girl's older sister was taking care of her and put her right out of high school, kind of made him match him up with the girl, And then they got together when they were teenagers, right? And my sister let him stay in her house and all that, you know what I mean, for whatever good it did, and treated them both good, and they stayed together and then had kids, and they were together for a long time. And then they got married. And then they were together a long time marriage, you understand me, 35, 40 years. Because they were young when they got married, right? So he only been free maybe 10 years. But as soon as he left her, he started going after these young girls, like 20 years old, 19, just real young, irresponsible and young. But he wants, see, these guys that are controlling, they're bossy. They want the kind of girls that don't have nothing, that they can provide for so they can kind of control them and tell them what to do. You understand? You know what I mean? They can run their life. tell them what to do and tell them what they're not doing. They scared of They scared of a stronger woman, because a stronger woman would be on their equal, and they would have to be partners and do things together and have to listen, and they have to be, two strong people together. You understand? We can make things happen, And so that's the reason why that they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And the only time I was really with young girls, you understand me, that, in the pimp game, quite naturally all the girls were young, way young, because they was making money. And that situation was where, you felt controlling and that, because you had to tell them what to do, and you had to be the boss. You understand what I'm saying? That was the way that was. But that was a different scenario. But the average square that gets a young girl, gets a young woman, you know what I'm saying? He's getting her, you understand me, because he can control her, because they have nothing in common. But they don't talk. He tells her what to do. He tells her what, this and that. Most of the time they're controlling. Or if they're not, they control to a certain degree, and if they're together. But if they're not really all the way together, she do what she do, he do what she do, and they hook up, get together, meet. They don't generally be together all the time, because they have nothing in common. So those type of relationships, they don't really live. If they live together, she goes her way, do her thing, be around her young people, or whatever, you know what I mean, and come back around him like that. It's like a father-daughter relationship that we have sex in it, because it's like this. It's like, what do you have in common? You're going to take that woman to a club. You're going to take that woman here. You're going to take that woman there. I mean, it's not a lot you can do, but she's a showpiece. You understand? You know what I mean? That's all about is a showpiece. You understand me? She's a trophy. And if you got enough money, you can get you one of them. You understand? Because you want something to show off. But actually having peace of mind and being happy, that ain't gonna work, because you're gonna worry about that young girl. Every time she goes somewhere, people hitting on her, trying to have her, and knowing she with an old man, the young dudes is gonna be on her. So it's like, you got to know the situation is temporary. It's not gonna last permanently. That's the first thing you gotta know when you get with a young woman. So you can't be serious about looking for a relationship in that type of situation, because it's not gonna last. Very, very rarely do that last. Very rarely. When it lasts, it's when you got a country square broad that ain't really been nowhere, done nothing, and she's slow in the mind and ain't really, ambitious to do things on her own. Then you might, they might work out a while, you understand what I'm saying, until she get smart, you know what I mean? And then she got to go out and do what she got to do, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that situation, you're not needing each other on equal terms. You know what I'm saying? You providing for her just because you want her sexually or whatever it may be, and the way she looks. And she knows that. Don't you think she knows that your old ass is with her because she finds, so what she going to do? She going to get your money and try to get what she can out of you. And that's generally what they do. You know what I'm saying? I got another friend, you understand me? He that's all he wants is young women. He's 64 years old, and he wants these young girls. I said, man, you can't be messing with them young girls, man. What's wrong with you? And then you talking to them out in public like that. I said, this is what you do. If a young girl likes you or whatever it is and you want to get it, let her get at you. Let her talk to you, and then you got action at having her if you want that. You understand? Because all I be wanting out them girls is a picture. They can't give me nothing but a picture. Just a picture, you understand me, to make me look good on Facebook with them. But other than that, trying to having them and all that, no, that's over with, because I done had my fun when I was young. I ain't trying to compensate for old age and all that old kind of stuff. You understand? 'Cause I had plenty of women when I was supposed to have them. So I don't have that in my mind, you know what I mean? I'm thinking I'm young and thinking I want a young woman and all that. No, that ain't it. 10 or 15 years young, that's about far back as I go. You understand me? Somebody a little young, because if you're fast and you quick, you don't want no old grouchy broad that ain't doing nothing, ain't trying to step. You understand what I'm saying? You want somebody that's kind of on the ball, but they can keep up with you. You know what I'm saying? So I'd go 15 years, you know what I'm saying? About 50, here I'm 65. Bam, something like that, I go. But I'm not going, you understand me, 20 years old, 30. No, that's way out the league. There's too much of a gap there, you understand me, on that. That's like not even normal. Like this cat that had this 18-year-old girl and he was 57. No, that ain't no good. And it ain't going to last, and you worried about her, and you giving all this money, and you get sprung and the broad ditch you. I mean, it ain't practical. You know what I'm saying? What you do, but like I said, the fella got a mental problem. As far as he got a block, he want the young girl because it makes him feel young. See, he got to feel young through the girl, but it's all in his head. You understand me? Because when he was young, like I said, he evidently was tied down, or he did time, or he was in a relationship for a long time in life. maybe one or two, like this other guy's the third person I'm going to speak on. He got tied down with a child young, and he raised his kid, and he was with these different women that helped him, and he lived a normal life, but he wasn't cheating and running around and playing, you understand? So therefore, he was tied to one or two women most of his life. And then when he got single, as he got older, then he wanted to chase young women and mess with young prostitutes and party girls and stuff like that. See, that ain't nothing. See, this is something that when you look up to that type of environment, atmosphere, that's all you're gonna get. That means you ain't trying to face responsibility. You ain't trying to be with a good woman. You know what I mean? You just want to play games, in other words, because none of them women are any good. A prostitute and party girls, they're not good for a relationship for somebody to build something with and try to have a future with. And these guys that do this and look for these women, they're not looking for no future with no woman. When it's that much of a difference in between it, they're looking for the right now. You understand? You know, because in that situation, when you see a situation where it's like that and it works, it's either one of these guys like a George Clooney looking type dude, you understand, when they got money, fame, and reputation, and he's an exception to the rule. You know, you take people like that, celebrity status type people, they can make it work. You understand? Because they are somebody other than a normal man. They can make it work because, you know, the young girl is captivated by his success, his image, who he is. You know what I'm saying? And they can really fall in love with something like with the guy under them circumstances. But the normal thing, guy ain't got too much money. You know, like a merchant marine or a longshoreman. No, you ain't doing all that. You understand me? You ain't doing all that. So you might as well, you understand me, get what you can and stick with it. You know what I mean? Try to get somebody on your level where you can have fun and go places and do things with. You understand? You can enjoy, you know, going places and feel comfortable, you know, as long as you can relate to them and all those different types of things. That's what you do. Because when you go like this guy goes, he got to be worried about, you know, these young people seeing him with a girl that's young. It don't look good. You know what I mean? Even if you don't care what people think, the point is, you understand me, is that you out there, you understand me, setting a bad example. You understand? It's not any good, you know, on that tip. You know what I mean? But let me just switch gears for 1 second and speak on some of these people, you know, that get women that has a lot of money. But, you know what I mean, the women might have money because women do the same thing. Women get younger men as well. So like I said, the men get younger women. Well, the women have a problem, same thing. You got these women, you understand? They get with these younger guys because they want to be with them. The guys, they giving them money. Because an old woman going to get with a young dude, and he's young and good looking and all that. For him to be with her, he want her, he's a kept man. She providing for him. She buying him stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. It's money on either term on them situations. Now, if you got a young woman that's fine, you know, not young, but an older woman maybe really, really fine and got herself together and got money, and she get a younger dude, well, that's because he thinking she young, and she might have a young mentality and young spirit. That works. That can work. Like my sister got a young man that's a little younger than her. It ain't that much different, but it's enough difference to where, but she's got young spirit and young heart, so therefore, that's why it works out. But you got these people that ain't got a young spirit and young heart. You know what I mean? They trying to get these women and be grouchy and cranky and all and dealing with that. No. That's why they can't really get along on equal terms. Because different things aggravate them that don't aggravate, you understand? You know, like a young girl like it, real young. You know, they try to deal with it, but they know they don't be really happy. You know, because the only time the girl's happy is when he's spending money on her. And the same, like vice versa, when the girl is, you understand me, taking care of the man, it's the same thing. It's too much distance. You can be with the people, but it ain't gonna last. You look at 6 months to a year or whatever. You know what I mean? And then if you can't afford to take care of, it's another thing. If you can afford to take care of, say if a woman can afford to take care of a younger man, and she's got that kind of money, he'll be with her as long as she can do that. But then again, he ain't gonna be truthful and faithful to her. He gonna be going running around having other women on his own age that look good and fine and all them different things. I mean, why would you want to let somebody make a fool out of you? I look at it as somebody making a fool out of you. You understand? You know, and that's one thing I'm not gonna be done. Made a fool. I'm help somebody because I want to help them. Do for them because I want to do for them. Because I care for them. You understand me and all that. You know. But it's like I want a sugar mama. I don't want one. I want an older broad that's above my level that's gonna help me. That's gonna happen automatically. I'm not even worried about it because I know it's gonna happen. Because I'm in the circles and I'm doing the things and I'm a celebrity status type dude. You understand me? To where, you know, it's all gonna happen. I was just yesterday was in the governor. You understand me? You dig? Newsom, Calvin Newsom. You understand? Was in my office. You know, came in and took a picture. You understand me? And I know London Breed. I take pictures all the time. It was her inauguration. You understand me? And he was the one that was actually giving her swearing in. Inauguration, man, and he come and see me, you understand? So see, this like, hey, all these things I do is to promote me, to make me a better catch for a broad that wants somebody, you understand me, that's on the good foot, you know, because I'm making all the right moves, you dig? You understand? So they can step up their game, because I'm stepping up mine, you understand me? And that's why the broads that ain't trying to do right, you know what I mean, and tripping and carrying on, and ain't trying to keep a certain standard, I ain't got time for them. You know, that's why I'm not trying to go too far back on a young girl because they can't relate. You understand me? They're not established. They haven't got the experience. You know what I'm saying? And they're not strong enough to deal with a man that's been through things. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of reasons why, you understand me, a real man, you understand me, a strong man that's independent and responsible wouldn't go back grab a young girl. You know? It's like these men do this, but I'm going to tell you how they do it. They go and get a prostitute. They have sex with the woman, and on an on and off basis, they might have a wife or somebody and they on the side cheating. All that type of stuff is what women would do. Not trying to be with one on a real basis. He ain't going to leave his wife, his responsible wife that he been doing things and having things with, and then go with this fast girl. You know what I'm saying? Or this girl that looks good as a trophy. He ain't going to do that. See, that's what a smart man does. But these men that all they fool with is young girls, no, they ain't trying to have no relationship. They ain't trying to have happiness. Because all them girls are just side pieces. They're not the whole dinner. You understand? That's not for a real responsible brother. You understand me, to be dealing with. You know, when you get to a certain age. Now, like I said before, when I was in the pimp game, young girls was all it was all about. But it was a situation in that era where it was all pimping and hoeing. It was a business deal, really, you understand? But it made me look good having a young girl. But I know how to deal with them because of the circumstance and the situation. But it was just you did it for the money, you understand me? It wasn't like you was doing it, you understand me? To really be with them. You know what I mean? No, they was paying, you understand? It was because there was a lot of problems with them people. So you had to be getting paid with all the problems them young girls gave you. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, problems like I don't know what. I didn't want to get into that. But I just know that a dude that's a regular cat dealing with a young girl, as a girlfriend, he called his woman, and he's an older cat. And he got to be a father figure. And he got to know, you know, he got to know what's happening because they'll take advantage of him and really break him. Because he's a trick anyway, so he's a trick with a broad, so he really ain't got the mentality to deal with one of them broads, because most of them that's dealing with older man is got some prostitution tendencies. They got some hooker tendencies because they looking for older man for different reasons. And they got them tendencies or whatever, a lot of them do, to get with the older guy like that and want the material things through him because he's a sugar daddy and they accepting this and that, gifts and all that. So it's a way they do it, man, and you understand me? And the guy that's doing that got to realize it. He got to realize that you are not that woman's 100% man. You understand? Very seldom does that even exist. Very seldom. Because the age difference, and if the woman looks good, you get that difference. She's a catch for any young man that wants her. So therefore, why would the boss got to have problems and the man got to have problems? So for them to both have problems, they need each other. Now let me tell you the circumstances where it does work. But it don't work forever then either. It works in a drug relationship. You take a dude that's a dope dealer or he keeps dope and he got a girl that's on drugs. and she could be young, but he's providing her with drugs, so he keeping her around because she coming back to him because he got dope. He providing her, keeping her satisfied, like that. Now but that ain't a relationship. That ain't normal relationship. But that's one way they work it too. People work it like that, and that ain't realistic. But a situation like that, you understand me? You can see, they need each other. It's a need. It's a need. It's a need. You understand me? And in any situation, there's a give and take. In any of them situations. But a real man, now let me tell you, a real man wants a broad on equal level. You get your broad, like say if you're 65 or 55 or 50, say you get your woman that's 50 years old or 55, you know what I mean? You maybe 60, but what I'm saying is the point is, you don't get a woman older than you. You get a woman a little younger or whatever because women are more mature. And an older woman than you'll have problems with you because she'll be jealous and possessive and all these things that certain type of women be. You understand? Unless she's exceptionally good looking. Now, if she's fine and good looking, then she ain't going to have no problem because she's been, she's got a strong self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? But you got different type of women when they get older, how they lose their looks and they lose this and they lose that, and they don't want to lose their man, so they be really, they trip. And you don't need that type of woman. I don't, because I'm not going to have that type. Because I had a woman the other day tell me, she said, look, how your woman let you get out the door like that? And I know she like me, you understand me, but she be trying to fill me out. She's sitting with me at the table there, but that's all it's going to be is her sitting there because she's not my type, you understand me? And talking to her, I can tell, what it's all about. She's not my type, and she's tight. Not my type, and she's tight. So even money, you understand me? She had to have some money to give me some money for me to act like I like her, you understand? And that's what I'm saying about being in the game, and you carry that game into the other life. You understand what I'm saying? When you get with a woman that's older and they like you understand what I'm saying? They will make a contribution and help you in the game, like his old veteran hoes, you understand what I'm saying? That pay homage to the game, you understand? They'll give a person something, give me a few dollars, you understand me? Maybe buy something they don't really want to, but just do it to bless me, you understand? Because I'm keeping it 100, you understand what I'm saying? And I'm staying sharp every day, so they know this shit ain't cheap. Getting clothes clean, you understand? Especially the loud colors I wear, whites and yellows and pinks and blue. You understand? That shit costs money, and they know it. So therefore, they help me look this way. As long as they do that, till the right one come along, till that brought with that big bankroll, which is coming. Because I'm going to stay down until I lay down. Like I said, there ain't no letting up. So it's going to happen, you understand? Because I'm going to be consistent. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's why it's going to be like it's supposed to be. Because my mentor, Smiley, you understand? He had a bunch of them bitch bras that helped him. You understand me? They come around, you understand? He was dancing in Saks Fifth Avenue. But I ain't going to do no dancing in Saks Fifth Avenue. I'm going to be dancing around where I can get me a bra with some dough. Believe that, though, you understand? But the thing about it is, if you get with a woman that you and her both can make a contribution, help each other, she helps you, you help her, and she got things going and you lift you up to where you can get things going, then that's good, too. That's good for a player, you understand what I'm saying? As long as he elevates. That's good. But a square that's working, no, all he need a woman for is for companionship and things that people want. Go on cruises together, go here, enjoy life, go, do things that people do together. But I noticed a guy that I know that be with the young girl, that girl ain't never with him when he goes to his family things. The girl ain't never there. When he go to his mama's house to go, have dinner, or bring them girls around, meet the family, they don't ever come out and meet the family. You know what I'm saying? So what kind of girl you got that can't come meet your family? You know what I mean? And do you go see her family? If you 57, 58, and the girl is, say the girl is 20, 22. You understand me? Now you go to her family. Now you going to go to her house and meet her family, and you older as her daddy. You older than her daddy, because her daddy's probably 40-something. And you damn near 60. You going to go meet her daddy? I don't think so. You understand? Because if a daddy lets you go to come be with his daughter, then he's got to have a real problem. You understand? If he gonna okay an old man being with his daughter, so you ain't gonna be able to be around her family, and you can bring her to your family, but then you probably don't want to, because you might be embarrassed for whatever reason it is. It's just a situation to where I don't see it correlating in a family situation on either side. So that's why I say it ain't no future in that. You understand me? Because There are exceptions to the rule. I'm not going to say there's not exceptions to the rule where you can be with someone. You understand? And it can work out. There are exceptions to the rule where that does happen. But not very often. And vice versa with the woman. You catch an older woman with a young dude, you understand what I'm saying? And her family ain't going to accept it, and then they ain't going to like it. And I mean, it's just too much. It ain't cool. It don't even look good. But they can play it off, if they're the same race, they can play it off like it's their kid or something. They can walk around and people think it's their kid. But if it's if you with somebody and it's a different race, and you with somebody young and you and it's a different race, no, you can't even play that off. That just don't even look good. See, people looking at you like, you know what I mean? Because they know what it is and you can't hide it. The same race, people can hide these things. And you walk around like family. You understand? People ain't tripping. They don't even know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They say, oh, that's your daughter, oh, that's your this, oh, that's your that. Like when I was pimping, I had young girls. I had some girls that were half mixed, black and white. They were mixed, so they were my color. And I was going across the state line, you understand me, going across that Washington to Oregon, and Oregon through California. And I'm in the Cadillac capped off, and I'm sharp like this, and I'm in the car with 2 or 3 women. One of them was white, and one of them was light. Like I said, and the police said, oh, that's your daughter, huh? Your daughter looked just like you. I said, yeah, the light skin one, that was her friend. That's how I played it off. That was the daughter and her friend, but I'm thinking that this is my home, but it's okay. The point of it is, it didn't look bad because it looked like family still. You understand? You can play it off sometime, but not all the time. And I was a lot younger. That was like 25, 30 years ago. I was like 40-something. I wasn't, you know what I mean? I was young considering, but the girls were 17, 18, you understand? So it was a different thing, but it was a different situation, like I say, you understand me? But I got to wrap this show up, you dig? There's a lot more I would like to say about it, but I'm just saying, keep it on your level. Keep it on your level. Stick with the people on your level, you know what I mean? Your age bracket. Be strong enough to be with a woman. Deal with it. If you argue or whatever, you fuss, but when you finish doing that and you work, it makes you both stronger and closer together because you got things to talk about. You understand? You got debates. You can reach back in the past and realize, you understand what I'm saying, the things you did and she did that were in common and people that you relate to and groups you like to see, songs and things that you remember, that you both remember at the same time. That's all beautiful things in a relationship. So you all remember that. Bam, I'm going to get back with you. And let me close this show by saying what I say. You young folks, you understand me? Remember, pull your pants up. But I'm going to tell you like this. You ain't got to really pull them up. You ain't got to wear a suit like I'm wearing. You wear your pants down, but make sure they're clean. Just make sure they're clean. You ain't got to have a Gucci belt and all the rest of that shit, you understand, like you like to have, you understand? But just make sure they're clean. Your underwear is clean. When you show your underwear, make sure they're clean. That's all I can say, you understand? And be a gentleman to the ladies that you all around. Bam. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And I will close my show because that's all I have for you today. And it's International Red for the record. Believe that. You all be good now.